salirse con la suya. So this one is not a basic Spanish phrase, but it's a common phrase to use in Spanish for sure. Salir is a verb. It's a very common Spanish verb, this one right here. And that means, just let me do something really quickly here. Okay. Salir means a bunch of things. The main meaning of the verb salir is to go out or to leave. Okay, so you're leaving a place, you're going out somewhere. So this is a common Spanish verb, and it is an irregular verb, so it has its own conjugation. Keep that in mind. There's some irregularities when conjugating this verb, but nothing out of this world, okay? So it's not that difficult. Excellent. So if we have se, you know what this means. If we have se next to the verb, that means that it can be used with reflexive pronouns or in a reflexive way, you know, like the verb amar, te amo, les amo, yo, same with gustar, me gusta, te gusta, nos gusta. So those reflexive pronouns, me, te, le, nos, os even, that's for vosotros, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it works with vosotros and the reflexive pronoun os, that's used in Spain. But anyways, we're not talking about reflexive pronouns. This is just an indication that you can use reflexive pronouns with the verb, okay? Then we have con. Con means with, okay? Con ella, with her. Con él, with him, okay? So con means with in Spanish. La, the, it's an article, feminine article, and it means the. Suya is like when you say hers, okay? But let me tell you that, well, it can mean his or her, also their or your, formal. So it has quite a few meanings. It means his, hers as well, theirs. Suya, I mean, it can be, it could have quite a few meanings, but we're not talking about some literal translation here. We're talking about a phrase, just the whole phrase. Salirse con la suya. Salirse con la suya. This, there's some things that might change. For example, obviously the conjugation of the verb. Also, this can change when using this phrase. I'll show you some examples for sure. So essentially, we're saying when you want to use this phrase, you are saying or you want to say to get away with. Okay, so when someone gets away with something. So we're talking about different things. Maybe you're hiding, you have a secret and you don't want anybody to know it for whatever reason. So if no one ends up knowing your secret, then you get away with, you know, whatever you were hiding, okay? So that's what this phrase means, when you want to get away with something, okay? So keep that in mind. We're talking about that. Salirse con la suya is very similar to get away with. Okay, so let's look at some examples using this peculiar phrase for sure. ¿Pensaste que podrías salirte con la tuya? This is a question. ¿Pensaste que podrías salirte con la tuya? What does this mean? This means, did you think you could get away with it or with this? Okay, so pretty interesting situation. Maybe You were hiding something, as I said before, but busted. Maybe that secret, it's not longer a secret. So that could happen for sure. That can happen. Okay, pensaste, pensaste. Tú pensaste. We don't need tú. Tú means you in formal, you in singular as well. Pensaste, tú pensaste, or just pensaste, pensaste. Pensaste means did you think? And obviously it's in a question. That's why we have did you think, okay? Pensaste, tú pensaste. Don't say tú specifically when saying a question. When asking, you don't need the personal pronouns that much. Yo, tú, él, nosotros, ustedes, ellos. Don't use them because it's not a common thing to do in Spanish. So pensaste means did you think, okay? Que. When you want to add more to the verb pensar, pensar means to think. It's a common thing to add the word que. Okay, so pensaste que, dot, dot, dot. Pensaste que, and you pretty much can add whatever you want after that. So essentially you're saying, did you think, dot, dot, dot. Okay, pensaste que, and then we have podrías. Tú podrías. Again, we're using tú, but we don't need to put it in the sentence. So tú podrías means you could. Poder, podrías comes from the verb poder, okay? Poder means when you can do something, okay? Can, to be able to, in some situations is similar, it's similar to saying could, okay? Pensaste que podrías. Do you think you could? Okay, so that is perfect. That sounds great in Spanish. So if you want to say that in Spanish, did you think you could that, you can say pensaste que podrías that, okay? So that's something really easy to remember. Salirte, salirte, we have the beginning of the phrase here. Salir, the verb. Te is the reflexive pronoun. A reflexive pronoun, and it means te means you, okay? It refers to you, and in this situation you're saying something to someone, so it works perfectly. Pensaste que podrías salirte, okay? Salirte con la tuya. Okay, con la tuya. We see some differences here, of course, but salirte con la tuya means you could get away with it. Okay. This one up here, it's more about, it's like a general term of the phrase, like you're just saying the phrase, but as I said before, the verb will change, the the reflexive pronoun will change, se will change, and also suya will change. Tuya, tuya means yours, okay? Tuya. Esta pluma es tuya. This pen is yours, okay? So that's why, because we are using tú, we need to use tuya, okay? Tuya means yours. So that's why we cannot say suya, okay? We need tuya. Tuya means yours. Excellent. So, ¿pensaste que podrías salirte con la tuya? Did you think you could get away with it? Busted. Okay, so that's a question, a valid question. Someone might, ask you in Spanish, especially if you're hiding something. Excellent. So we have the phrase at the end of the question. So just remember that. Now let's look at another example. using this phrase. Oops. Miguel se salió con la suya y su esposa no se enteró de nada. Miguel se salió con la suya y su esposa no se enteró de nada. So this sounds like some sort of gossip, you know? This is some sort of gossip. Something happened, someone was hiding something, and the other person found out what happened. So let's see the meaning of this sentence. Miguel got away with it. Oh, it's the opposite. She didn't find out. She didn't find out. I'm sorry, because Miguel got away with it, right? And his wife didn't find out about anything. Whatever anything means, it could be maybe Miguel was cheating on her. Maybe Miguel spent a lot of money, and and the wife didn't find out. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it could be something. I would say it sounds like something bad. Miguel did something bad. So let's break this down and let's see how this sentence works. Okay. Miguel means Miguel or Michael in English. It's a similar name. Miguel. Se, we have the reflexive pronoun se, okay? Se salió. Remember, reflexive pronouns can go before the verb, and sometimes they can go attached to the verb, okay? Like we have it here, up here, salirte, salirte, okay? In this situation, works well. In this other example, you can say se salió, okay? Se salió. Se salió, that means that he went out, he left the place, but we're not talking about anything literal here. We have the phrase that we're learning, se salió con la suya. And we're using suya because we are talking about Miguel. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about me. We're talking about Miguel. And suya, remember, suya means his, her, also their, also his, hers, theirs. So it depends on the situation. But if you're talking about someone, then you need suya. It doesn't matter if Miguel is male or female. We're not talking about genders here. We're just talking about the situation. So that's why we say suya. Suya stays like that, suya, okay? Not suyo, not any other plural, not plural, no masculine. Suya is suya, okay? Miguel se salió con la suya. Miguel got away with it, whatever that is. Okay, so this whole phrase includes it. Okay, so you don't have to add anything else. You're talking about a situation already. E means and. Okay, su, his, as I said before. Su, well, we talked about se, right? And suya. But su means also his and her. Okay, but this is when we're talking about, for example, in this case, a wife, she is Miguel's wife. Okay, so su esposa means his wife. Okay, esposa means wife. La esposa, the wife or wife. Esposo with an O at the end means husband. Okay, so that's an easy easy change there just to talk about either a wife or a husband, okay? So in this situation, we are saying wife. So esposa, wife. No, no has a lot of meanings. No can mean no. It can mean also will not or did not. Okay. So in this situation, we this means didn't. No se, another reflexive pronoun. Enteró. Okay. Se enteró, enterarse. The verb enterarse means to find out, okay? So we can use reflexive pronouns with that verb. That's why we're saying se enteró. Ella se enteró. She find out. We don't need ella, but we need the reflexive pronoun se. So find out, enteró, past tense, present tense. So she didn't find out. No se enteró. Okay. De nada. De nada. De nada can mean you're welcome. If someone says thank you, gracias, you can say de nada. And that means you're welcome. But also it means about anything. Specifically when you're talking about, someone finding out something, you're pretty much saying that this person didn't find out about anything. Nothing. She has nothing. Okay? So she doesn't know anything. So de nada has two meanings there. Nada means nothing. De means off or from. But de nada, the whole phrase means, in this situation, about anything. Okay? So, Miguel se salió con la suya y su esposa no se enteró de nada. Miguel got away with it and his wife didn't find out about anything, or she just didn't find out what was going on. Excellent. So remember, salirse con la suya means to get away with something. What am I doing? There you go. There you go.